I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. Sorry, dear. My phone, there's this feedback. I'm fixing the audio. I'm fixing the audio. So I went live a while ago, only for me to realize that the audio was poor. So I'm coming back to do a brief summary. I'm going to hurry through it. Let me check my Instagram to see if. Okay, I think it's properly aligned on Instagram now. Awesome. Let's get into this conversation. Who is online? I am so happy to be back again to have another conversation that creates prosperity. This time around, I'm sharing a true story about how I overcame an addiction. There are some lessons to glean from this conversation. I hope it's going to encourage you. So I'll go straight into it. I have a note right here to guide me so that I do not go off topic. So freedom from addiction is our conversation. The side effect of addiction to any substance or behavior takes a while to become obvious. I mean, it piles up, it starts small gradually, and then before you know it, it becomes uncontrollable. You are not able to stop it. Yet, sometimes the things that become an addiction are not obvious, probably because they are not unlawful. So, because something like taking excessive sugar, addiction to video games, or in my own case, addiction to makeup, is not considered criminal. So, it's not that obvious. The funny thing is, I did not even know I was prone to this addiction because I had a problem, and it's called self-righteousness. I felt like, oh no, I can do without it. Well, it's not about how you feel, it's about what you actually do and what becomes a habit and could even translate to a character that you will pass on to your generation, to your offspring, right? And that's the thing with self-righteousness, thinking, oh, at least my own is not as bad. I'm so happy that I was able to, become better. Now, how did my addiction to makeup start? I'm a woman, a black woman in show business or media. In fact, I don't even remember, being interested in makeup like that, but I would go for all these media events as an artist, and then professional makeup artists will come, do the makeup, and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, wow, I look amazing. And then the makeup, you take a shower, it's gone, you look different. So you crave that upgraded facelift. And then you start to learn, you learn, and then you buy your makeup kits. But then, it is no longer something you use only at events. I listed like 10 things that required wearing makeup in my own case. You must wear makeup to shoot a social media post, to go on stage as a singer in church, to perform at shows, to go out on a date, to go to a wedding, attend church, office, school, audition, doctor's appointment. Before you know it was practically everything. I was using makeup for everything. The social media videos that I did, or sometimes instructional videos when I'm teaching, I do them from home. So that means even when I'm home, I'm wearing makeup. In other words, it is now our culture as Black women to wear makeup. An addictive one at that. It's an addictive habit. But guess what? I don't think makeup is a bad thing. So I'm not condemning makeup. But it's just that I have a situation whereby a habit of this sort was making me develop self-esteem, knowingly and unknowingly. When I got a rude awakening was when I moved to another country and I was surrounded by these white women that did not wear makeup. White women wear makeup, but in my own case, they were not wearing makeup. And there's something that comes with not wearing makeup. Your handkerchief will not have stains. Your clothes will not have stains. You will not be self-conscious. You will not sweat too much. So these people were more relaxed. I would always go to the bathroom to check on myself. I was a little bit anxious and it showed. But thankfully, some of these people were really nice and close to me, and they would whisper things like, you're beautiful, you look better without the makeup. And the person that was closest to me said these words to me: you look better without the makeup. And this is beautiful, it's nice to hear, but the problem is, did I believe it? So when I went and looked at myself in the mirror without makeup, I did not like what I saw. I did not recognize my face. I preferred the one that had the filter, the Snapchat filter, or the makeup. But even at this point, it didn't dawn on me that I was addicted until I came across a material in my personal development journey. So it was more like daring me to do the things I was addicted to, or not to do the things I was addicted to. I said, okay, fine. I do videos for social media a lot, but I need to do makeup for it. I'm going to do this video without makeup. So I tried. I set up. I went to do the video. I looked at myself. I was uncomfortable. I did not feel confidence. And after a while, after struggling through that process, I ran back to the bathroom to do what people that are addicted do. I grabbed my makeup kit, applied my makeup before I did that video. It was a live video. So at this point, it began to dawn on me that, oh my God, I'm hooked. Something is wrong. Something needs to be done. Now, those words that I heard from the person and the people that are closest to me, that you look better without makeup, made me recall a conversation I had with some guys. So a few years ago, some guys were having a conversation. We were there, a couple of ladies. So when we asked them about makeup, so what is your take on makeup? They said these words, and I quote, ladies are not making up for us. It's just a competition among themselves. So I remembered it and I said, So when it dawned on me that I was hooked and needed to break free from the bondage, I went off grid. What I mean is, I left social media for a while. This was at a time when I was really hungry for truth, interested in starting my personal development journey for real, not just listening and reading. I was ready to start applying some of the things that I believed were going to transform my life and help me draw closer to God in fellowship. Since I limited the activities that required makeup, such as doing social media posts, and thankfully, the places I went to, like church, markets, I didn't really have need to wear makeup because of the kind of association that, for some reason, I had around me, thankfully. And all of them were white. It's crazy to me thinking about it now. All of them were white. I felt comfortable because, I didn't have to impress anyone. So, after a couple of months of grid, no need to, wear makeup, I noticed something. The first thing I noticed were the disappearance of acne and black spots on my face. At this time, I was not rubbing anything, including cream, on my face, except Vaseline when the weather got really cold and dry. Vaseline or petroleum jelly, right? That's what I was rubbing. Now, apart from gradually breaking free from makeup addiction, I also began to appreciate my natural hair, which I had kept for a while. I mean, I wore my natural hair during my wedding, so my hair has been on the natural side for a while now. But the thing is, even when I had the natural hair, I would use all these extensions. Sometimes I would hide the hair inside and wear wig on top, you know. But I just said, you know what, let me just get rid of all these weights and attachments. I got rid of the ones I could get rid of. I returned the ones that I had not even used that I bought. And then, before I started seeing myself as beautiful as I really am again, something happened. Because when I look at the mirror, it's still the same person, it's still me. But why do I look better to myself? Why do I accept who I saw? Why did I accept who I saw in the mirror compared to when I was uncomfortable? Something had happened in my mind, because I believe that is where it begins. Now, I think it had to do with me drawing closer to God in fellowship. There is something that fellowshipping with God does to your psyche. It makes you feel loved. It makes you feel like you are enough and you don't need to impress anybody, because you are in fellowship with the person that made you and you appreciate what he made. Now, what it did for me, first of all, is I became more confident. So I began to, lose the low self-esteem and the depression. And let me just give this disclaimer quickly before I do some discussion. While I do not think makeup or wearing artificial hair is bad, and my experience is not a general rule, I enjoy the freedom that comes from knowing that the way God created me is perfect. Now, when I knew this and when I accepted this, it made me to take time to care for the things that God gave me. My body, my hair, and no longer feeling the need to make up is so refreshing. It feels like a burden is lifted. Can you imagine what I was missing? Do you understand that? It was such a chore. Do you know how long it takes to do proper makeup? A waste of time, waste of money and resources for me. I'm speaking for me. And so when yesterday a friend reached out to me and said, "Oh my God, I saw your video. You look so beautiful. What are you using? What did you do?" I said, "Guess what? My hair is natural. My face is natural, no makeup." And it has I think I had not applied any makeup for 2 years now or thereabouts. It has become a new habit. So you can actually learn a new habit and become comfortable with it, and it becomes part of your character. Guess what? When I used relaxer to stretch my hair before now, it was not the right product. I mean, when you do not appreciate what God has given you, when you don't appreciate what you have, you could even misuse it. So I was misusing my hair by using the wrong product. So then I would say my hair is stubborn. I have stubborn hair. But that was wrong. I was using the wrong product. So what happened then was, when I stretched my hair with the chemical substance that is really, really toxic, because it hurts my scalp. I feel pain. I feel like this burns. When I do that, it stretches for 1-2 days. By the 3rd to the 5th day, it now becomes very, very strong and hard to comb. So I'll say, "Oh, I have stubborn hair. No matter how much you try to stretch my hair, it becomes stubborn." No, I was using the wrong product. I was trying to make it look like what it was not meant to look like. I was trying to stretch it. This hair, the the type of hair that I have, that a number of people that are like me also have this type of hair, is healthy when it is not, when harmful substances are not used. Those harmful substances probably kill the hair or damage it. So when this hair is healthy, just water. One of the main ingredients I use on my hair is water. Just water. When you sprinkle water on the hair, or maybe you pour water on the hair when you're washing it, it becomes so easy, so soft and moisturized, because the hair is healthy, it's alive, it's responsive. You can play around, do a lot of things with the hair. Oh my God. So what does this have to do with prosperity? What does this have to do with creating wealth? Trust me, everything. The prosperity that you are meant to create is not outside of you. It's based on who you are. It's based on what you do. It's based on your experience. It always starts with a seed. It might be something that you went through. It might be something that's difficulty that you experienced. That is your seed. That is your story. That is what you need to create prosperity. I posted something on Threads today, and I think that applies here. I said, this is how you create prosperity, especially in this creator economy where life coaching has found resurgence. Everybody is a coach now, and everybody can still get clients if everyone chooses to be a coach, because I'm a coach, but I still need a coach. Why do we have someone coaching us? In order to achieve success based on the lessons that they are going to teach us. So let me read what I wrote on Threads. This is how you create prosperity, part 1. Number 1, what is the most significant experience that affected your life in the past 10 years? It doesn't have to be a pleasant experience or something you're proud of. In fact, the more difficult and painful it is, the more effective it is when it comes to creating prosperity in this creator economy. Now, listen. Number 2, when you look at that significant experience from a reflective perspective, look at it from a reflective perspective. Number 3, and take responsibility for the losses and the wins. Then you jot down the points. Example is, you're from a family that did not care for you, and then you made some decisions, whether good or bad. At this point, it's not about your family or about the people that treated you wrong. It's about the decisions you took, whether good or bad. That's what I mean by taking responsibility, because that is what you can teach somebody, and that is what you can want somebody not to do. All right. Then number 4, is there anything you could have done better? That's what we're going to. Because you just went through a life masterclass that gave you real life experience, that you speak from conviction. See, real life experience, apart from having a memory of it, there is something it does to you. It sharpens your perception. It gives you the ability to pour into some other person. It's not brain work. This is life experience. And you know how I talk about experience as truth. Experience for me is more synonymous with truth than knowledge. Knowledge that you did not experience is just something that you can memorize and forget. Experience is what reveals truth to you. So now that we are all on social media, right? We all want to have followers. We all want to grow. And then every time one trend or the other will come up. But what can you do consistently that does not rely on trend, that can help you build right from where you are? The answer to that is conversations. I mean, the trend now is community. Come and join my community. Like my name is Peace now. I could name my own Peace Community. Come and join my community. Tomorrow, another trend will come up. Are you going to continue chasing trends? Or are you going to find something that can be consistent, such that if a trend is going to play a part, you can bring a trend that is relevant, not you chasing the trend, but you are in control, you are in charge. And that thing is conversation. So you can start today to have conversations, whether it is a post that you're making or whether it is a comment on someone's conversation. Be deliberate. Have conversations. I'm on social media doing a video right now, but I know exactly who I need to talk to. I need to talk to the person that is interested in going past launching things, seeing it through, and allowing it to stand on its feet and then build prosperity. You know, we celebrate all these launches, all these beginnings like weddings, but the real work happens in the marriage. The real work happens in between the launch and when the thing takes off. But the thing is, doubt, discouragement, failure, there are a lot of things that can discourage you and prevent you from getting to that point of takeoff where the thing can have a life of its own and even survive without you. And I know firsthand what it feels like to doubt. I know the cost of giving up because I failed. I know the cost of giving up because I was in doubt. And I've also seen the joys of experiencing great returns from focus and seeing things through. So that's why I'll be here as much as I can. I will make no promises, but hopefully at least once a week to make sure that I have conversations with you that will remind you, that will encourage you, that would support you, motivate you. Because you have the capacity to create something that will prosper in your time and outlive you. These industries we have all over the place were created by people, and there are still industries that are yet to be created. And I know that there is this cutting of corners, get rich quick scheme. But for how long are we going to have all these short quick wins that fades and then you need another? If you're interested in focusing on that thing that you were meant, your purpose. And like when I shook off addiction, this particular addiction, it had a deeper benefit, such as my self-esteem became healthier. I was more confident. I was no longer distracted. The thing about addiction is it makes you unaware of what you have. It makes you more aware of what you don't have, that you are attaching yourself to. See, whether you are doing a business or you are negotiating with your boss or a client, confidence matters. And you cannot afford to have anything that is chipping away at your confidence. And confidence is not pride. Instead, addiction feeds pride and low self-esteem, which shows up as ego. Like sometimes when you see pride, it's low self-esteem in disguise. Confidence is cool, calm, not loud. Confidence is, I know what I did. I know I have experience. I'm good at this. I'm willing to help you. So whatever it is that is a distraction, please and please and please, you have to let it go because we must prosper. There is this story I heard about someone that overcame drug addiction. He said when he was recovering from drug addiction, he would visit the places he used to go to before. And what he saw there were people that he used to, take drugs with, looking very, very rough and unhealthy. But they were not aware. He said, oh my God, so this is how I used to look. But now, if he's looking better, if he is able to do better, if he's healthier, he had all that in him, but he was distracted. So this story is not going to be important to me. It's going to be helpful to the people that are coming after me. I'm going to tell, please, 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 you don't need, there are certain things you don't need. Do you understand how much black women spend on hair and makeup products? Do you know the kind of businesses that they could have built with it? Nobody said it's wrong, but what is preventing us from building the prosperity that is possible for us could just be one little addiction that we are not even aware of. So I hope my story inspires you today. I hope my story encourages you today to just let go of every distraction and focus. We need to create this prosperity. You need it for yourself, and you need it for your generation after you. Yes, they may not have, people that came before you may not have done something like that you benefited from, but you have to be better than them. You have to do better. We must do better. So thank you so much for hanging with me in this conversation. By February, which is 2 days away, happy new month in advance. I'm going to do like a live demo of a personal project. I have one project I'm working on now for a client, so it's confidential, but I'm going to do a live demo of a personal project, how the conversations that I'm having on social media is helping me to create a business brand, create prosperity, and hopefully we are going to have conversations and continue to encourage each other along the way. Thank you so much and have a good night. Thank you so much. Whenever you're watching this, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on the time, kindly let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and I'll reply in the comments. See you in our next video. Bye.